Hello all. In the earlier tutorial of locators in web application testing, we have learned about what is locators, and we learned that there are two types of XPaths, that is absolute and relative XPath. We have also learned absolute XPath in detail, how to derive the absolute XPath. We have taken two examples of it. In this tutorial, we will learn about relative XPath, the common formats used for the relative XPath and its different examples, because relative XPath is commonly used XPath type in the automation testing. So let's start learning about relative XPath. To learn about relative XPath, I'm again taking the same example of Katalon Cura Health application, which we use for learning purpose. We will open the developer tool. To open the developer tool, we have to press function and F12 key from our keyboard, or we can click on these three dots on our browser and more tools. In the more tools, you will find the developer tools. Click on it and the developer tool will open. We can change the position of your developer toolbar on your browser by clicking these three dots. If you click on these three dots, you get three options for dock side, four options for the dock side. If you select this option, it will give the developer tool on your left hand side of the browser. I have selected this, so it is showing at the bottom of the dock, and if I select this, it will show dock to right. It means the developer toolbar to the right side of your browser. So I will select this and I will take my developer toolbar to the right side of my browser. As I told you, this is element inspect element button. I will click on this button and I can inspect any of the web element or web object from the given web page. So for now, I will select the password text box. Whenever I select this text box, it shows or highlights it in the blue color in our element tab of the developer tool. If I right click this area, I will find copy menu, and in this menu, if I go down, I will find two menus, copy full XPath and copy XPath. As I told you earlier, copy full XPath is for absolute XPath, copy XPath is for relative XPath. So I will select copy XPath, and this will copy the XPath for the password text field. Now I will select Control F and it will give me find text box, and if I paste this copied XPath in the find field, it will give me the password, or it will show find the password for me. It highlights the password in the yellow color if I search for it. So this relative XPath, if we observe, it has 2/ at the start. In absolute XPath, we have seen that there is 1/ at the start. Here we have 2/ and the star, then opening square bracket, @ id is equal to txt password in double quotes and the closed bracket. Now what is the meaning of all this? What is id? id is one of the attribute of this web element or web object. Where can I find these attributes? These attributes are here where you find your object. So there can be different attributes for one object or one element. This password element has type attribute which gives us the value of type attribute as password. It has class attribute. It has ID attribute which gives us the value txt dash password. It has name attribute which gives the value password, and it also has the placeholder attribute which gives the value of the password. Which attribute should I select while generating the relative XPath? So you should always select the attribute which has the unique value, which identifies the web element uniquely. This ID attribute identifies our password text box uniquely. That's why we have used, or the generator, auto generator of the XPath has used ID attribute. We can use name attribute as well. I selected the name attribute, but it is not searching for the password. Why? Because I have not changed the value. The name attribute has different value, that is password. Now it is searching and showing us the password object or web element. We can also use the specific tag over here, like this password field is an input tag, so I can use input over here. It's still highlighting the same password field. So you can use, instead of star, you can use a specific tag of that particular object. Now you will say, how can I derive this without using the tool? So I will delete this and we will generate the same kind of XPath for username field. So I will select the inspect element button. I will select username, which will highlight this for me, username field. And now I will generate the XPath for this username. So I will use double slash, then I will use star. Star highlights everything in that web page. So that's why star is used. Now I will use the brackets. Those are square brackets, and then I will use at the rate name is equal to username, and this username will, this value of username will go in double quotes. And if I check this, it highlights the username field. This is how we can arrive at the relative XPath. And to make it specific, I can use input tag, which is the tag for this username field. This is the normal relative XPath that we can derive using different attributes of that web element. In the next tutorial, we will learn how to use different conditions, different conditional operators in relative XPath, and to make the relative XPath stronger, to use it in the automation testing. If you are new to my channel RuTechTalkz and would like to learn automation testing and the management of the testing projects, then please click subscribe and bell icon below this video. Please do not forget to like and share. Thank you.